Good day to all our viewers out there. My name is Heinrich Neertlen and this is Mathematical Literacy. In today's lesson, we'll be focusing on the drawing of different types of graphs, which forms part of data handling. Let's get straight to that. Now, let's look at question number 1. In question number 1, I'm saying, Mr. Dlamini owns a large national cleaning company that cleans office blocks in various cities. At the end of the contract period, some workers may become unemployed. They will be entitled to apply for UIF benefits. Table 1 shows an extract of the UIF benefits payable on various gross monthly salaries. Now, first of all, let us quickly see what our table is all about. So here we have our last gross monthly salary, meaning before the person basically become unemployed. And then it's indicated in rand, right? So 500 rand, 700, all the way up to 10,000. Then we have our income replacement rate, that is our IRR, given as a percentage, as we can see here. Okay, then lastly, there's a monthly benefit that's also indicated in rand, so meaning this will then be 279 rand and 40 cents. So there are our table with the different or the important information given to us. So what is it that we need to do? It says here, draw a line graph that illustrates the relationship between the gross monthly salary and the IRR on the grid. Now, as you can see, we are referring to two things here, the gross monthly salary and the IRR. But when I go to my table, I note there are three different variables that I'm working with. I'm working with my gross monthly salary, I'm working with my income replacement rate, and I'm working with a monthly benefit. Okay? It's important for you to establish what information you need to work with. So what are the two applicable information, right, or columns that I need to work with? It will definitely be the last gross monthly salary as well as the income replacement rate. Guys, I hope that's clear to you. Because if I'm going to work with this part here, the monthly benefit rate, I am not going to answer this specific question. Are we clear on that? Okay, so remember, when we do a graph, we work with two ordered number pairs. So this now becomes our ordered number pairs. We agree. As I've indicated, it's 2. Okay, so let's quickly get straight with this. So I'm saying the first part, if your last gross monthly salary was 500 rand, right, the income replacement rate will be 55.88%. Now, look at what is happening on the graph itself. So here I'm saying, here's my heading, already done for you. Right, I indicated the relationship between gross monthly salary and the income replacement rate. Can you see the two variables I referred to? Then I went on to my horizontal axis, which is here, right here, which is my x-axis horizontal, and I labeled that gross monthly salary in rand. Then here on my vertical axis, so meaning here, is my income replacement rate as a percentage. Okay, so now it's a matter of bringing the 2 points together. So where they meet, where they intersect, that's where I'm going to plot my point. Now let's do exactly that. Okay, so if you look at my gross monthly salary, it's important to note the intervals is in what? In 500s. So 0, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. Can we see there? That's key, because you must plot at the exact points. Then looking at my income replacement rate as a percentage, it's important to note this works in ones. So 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, all the way. Can you see the next year? After 39 is 40. Okay, now let's start. So I'm saying here, last gross salary is 500 rand and the IRR is 55.88%. So let's find the first part first. So I'm saying here 500, which is here, and the income replacement rate should be 55.88. So there's 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So 0.88 is just there below 56. We agree. So that is our first point. Right? I hope that's clear. Then last gross salary of 700. So if that's 500, we agree 700 will be more or less here. Okay, so 700. And then the IRR is now 54.50 3. So that will be 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Can we agree it will be somewhere there? Okay, I'm estimating more or less. Then for 1,500, remember 500,000. So 1,500 will be here. Okay, and that will be 50,25. So 50, 51. So meaning it will be somewhere there below it now. We agree on that. I'm going to plot that point there. Then we have for 2,000, it will be 48,24. So there is 2,000. Yes, 2,000. Where's my point? It should be at 48. So meaning 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's 48,24, just above that. Estimating again, can you see I plotted that point? Then for 5,000, it will be 41,34. So I'm looking now, 5,000. 4,000, 4.5, meaning this will be 5,000. We agree, okay? So for 5,000, it will be 41,31. So there's 41 and just above that. Can we plot that point there? And then we have, the next one is 8,099, almost 8,100. So remember our intervals is in 500, so I'm going to say it will be more or less be just after our 8,000, right? And then the percentage here is 38% on the dot. So meaning that's 40, so 38 will be there. I move all the way horizontally, so we agree it will be just next to the 8,000. Then we have 9,050. If this is 8,000, 8,500, 9,000. So 9,500 is just after 9,000, right? What is the percentage? 34,01. 31, 32, 33, 34. So we move all the way to this side. We said it's 9,050, so we agreed it will be roughly there. Then we have 10,000, which is our last gross monthly salary, and that will be 30,78. So here's 10,000 as we can see, and I'm looking now for 30. Here is 13,78, will be below 31. So will we agree it will be more or less there? All right, so it says draw a line graph. So what do you do now? You take your ruler and you combine all these dots. So therefore I'm going to do this, and remember it's like, okay, forming a straight line. Okay, mine at this point in time is not, so you will use your ruler and combine. Okay, so there we have a line graph that illustrates the relationship between the gross monthly salary in rand as well as your income replacement rate indicated as a percentage. All right, let's look at another sum. Question 2 is saying the following. In April 2015, the acting head of Eskom suggested that to improve its financial situation, Eskom should supply electricity directly to all customers. If this should happen, many municipalities would lose the income they receive from the sale of electricity. The table below shows the average percentage of income received by municipalities from the sale of electricity per province for 2015 and 2014. Now, if you look at this table too, here we indicate our provinces, starting at Eastern Cape all the way down to the Western Cape. We also indicate the average percentage income for the year 2015 and 2014. All right? What else is important here? A little note was given. It says A, and there we can see there's a missing value, A, missing percentage, equals 19.5% more than the average percentage income of the following year. So where's the following year? So we are in 2014 year. The following year should then be 2015, and therefore we're going to say it's 19.5% plus then the 24.0%. So in order for us to get the value of A, we'll say 19.5 plus 24.0. Okay, so that will give us, A's value is then 43.5%. Guys, I hope that first part is clear. Okay, now let's look at what our question is asking. So here we are saying use the information in table 2, so the table here, table 2, to complete the bar graph on the grid. Now here we have the bar graph, okay? What is key here? the percentage was given to us starting at 0% all the way to 55%. And if we note, we'll see it's in intervals of 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And here on our x-axis, right, we have our provinces. What else is important to note is that they gave us a key as well, 2015 and 2014, right? So 2015 is colored in completely, and 2015 is like dotted lines there. Okay, so we have to complete this bar graph. Now, remember we indicated here, the value is 43,5, and remember that's already in percentage, right? The average percentage income is indicated there above. Now, looking at this bar graph, we'll see that Eastern Cape is already completed, right? Now we have to complete the Free State, okay? But looking at it, 2015 was already completed. We now need to complete 2014. So for the Free State, which is here, I'm looking at 2014. So that will be 38,3%. So if I go now to my bar graph and I look for 38, so there is 35, 36, 37. I'm on 38 now, and it will be more or less just above there, right? Almost at 39. All right, so therefore, I'm just going to distinguish this one so that it's different from the 2015 year. So there we are doing our Free State 2014 average percentage. So guys, when we look at the Gauteng province, we'll see that the graph is already completed. So I will now be moving on to KZN, right? So for KZN, we have to complete for the year 2015. Now let's go to KZN. Here we have KZN. For the year 2015, the average percentage income is 30,2%, right? So let's go to our graph. There's 30, 30,1, 30,2. So meaning it's here. And remember now this time around, it must be completely colored, right? So I'm going to color that in as is indicated by our key. Guys, and I'm sure you're going to do this much better than what I'm doing it. Okay, so there we have for KZN the year 2015. Now moving forward, we'll see our next province here is Limpopo province. So for Limpopo province, we need to complete for the year 2014. So here we have Limpopo, and we are looking at the year 2014. So that will give us an average percentage income of 29,3. So let's quickly go there. Here is our graph, 29. So 29,3 will be there, more or less in the middle. We agree. And remember now, it is for the year 2014. So therefore, I'll just do it as a dotted line to basically distinguish it from 2015. Okay, so there is it for our Limpopo province is completed. Our next province is Mpumalanga. Okay, if you look at it, we'll see it's also completed already. We will now move on to the Northwest province. Northwest province, we'll see we have to complete for the year 2014. So here's our Northwest province, and we are looking at 43,5%. Remember where we had the missing value A. Okay, so Northwest, 43,5%. So let's go. So 43.5. So it's 41, 42, 43.5. So it's more or less there. All right. And remember now it is again dotted lines. So let's quickly add our dots there for the year 2014 to indicate that's for the year 2014. Okay, guys, so Northwest we completed. We'll see now that Northern Cape is completed already for us. So our last province here is the Western Cape, right? So looking at the graph, we have to complete the year 2015 for the Western Cape, right? So 2015 Western Cape is 31,1%. So therefore, we go to our graph, we look at 31,1, so there we have 30. So 31 is more or less there. And remember now, it is for the year 2015, so therefore I'm quickly going to color this to indicate that this is for the year 2015. All right, so there we have our completed Double bar graph. All right, guys, let's quickly take a short advert break. After the break, we'll continue with our lesson.